A very good afternoon, folks. Welcome back to another session of Act Now Hot Issue What's for Lunch. Me Adlan here, accompanying you on this glorious Monday afternoon, the 18th of July 2022. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. It is the start of the week. Hope you guys had a good rest over the weekend. Hope you guys had time to take everything and just be calm about it, re-energize yourself, and moving, wanting to move forward in a much better position. And for all of you guys who are watching us right now, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching us. Make sure you give us a comment, give us a like, and don't forget to share this video, as this video may not just be beneficial for you, but for others as well. And don't forget to download the Act Now mobile community app on the Google Play Store as well as the App Store, where you can be a much more vigilant, a much more dedicated, a much more disciplined member of the society within your community in reporting whatever that is going on around your area. Again, the app is called Act Now mobile community app. The key word of it is obviously Act Now. Download it on the Google Play Store as well as the Apple App Store. All right, so first of all, yeah, I missed you guys. I really missed you guys. It's been a while since we actually been live together, me myself personally. But don't worry, I'm still around. I'm still hanging in there. Due to some things that is unavoidable. But don't worry, I am still around, accompanying, coming live with you guys. Our resident panel on the show, obviously my co-partner Melvin Lum, is actually down and about somewhere. We hope to actually have him live on the show later on for a live report when he is able to. All right, so yeah, let's talk about the first topic that we have today. As the title suggests, there's actually been some sort of bad news, actually, of whatever that's happening in regards of hiring not just domestic helpers as well as contract workers, specifically coming from Indonesia. It has been reported that Indonesia right now will impose a temporary freeze on all workers entering Malaysia, effective immediately due to the latest breach of the terms in the domestic worker memorandum of understanding between the two countries signed just 3 months ago. And why? And this has been going on. The Indonesian ambassador to Malaysia, Darmono, has confirmed that an official communication to this effect um, was sent to the Human Resources Minister, M. Saravanan, in saying that the minister has been informed of our intentions to reinstate a temporary freeze on recruitment of Indonesian labor into all sectors in Malaysia, effective immediately. The Immigration Department continued application of its main online system in the recruitment of Indonesian domestic workers was a blatant breach of the MOU. He also said that we have solid evidence that the Immigration Department, under the Home Affairs Minister, continued to use the MOS to facilitate the recruitment of Indonesian domestic workers into Malaysia. It was reported that despite a COVID-19 freeze on applications for a few recruitments in February, Malaysia has not seen a significant return of migrant workers due to slow government approvals and protracted bilateral negotiations with Indonesia and Bangladesh over worker protection. This ultimate labor freeze will further debilitate companies already at breaking point, forced to refuse orders and forego billions in sales. That's B, by the way, billions in sales, hampered by a shortage of more than a million workers that threatens the country's economic recovery. Malaysia lacks at least 1.2 million workers across manufacturing, plantation, and construction, a shortage worsening daily as demand grows, industry and government data show. Hermono also said that he has confirmed that all new applications submitted from today will be put on hold, along with 15 to 20,000 applications that has already been received. And of this figure, it was estimated that 10,000 workers were intended for the plantation and manufacturing sectors. Application for domestic workers only reached 16, but none have arrived in Malaysia after the MOU signing. And in other sectors, only an estimated 1,000 until 1,500 workers have arrived thus far. When asked if this would lead to an increase in the trafficking of Indonesians to meet the labor demands, Hermono explained that Malaysia companies could no longer afford to do so. Malaysia is a key player in the global supply chain, and companies hiring undocumented migrant workers stand to lose their contracts with their buyers or have their goods seized at ports of entry, like in the United States. We will file complaints against any company found to be hiring undocumented workers. And meanwhile, the hard hit palm oil industry, which contributes 5%, that's a lot, that 5% to the Malaysian economy, warned that 3 million tons of the crop could be lost this year as fruits rot unpicked. This translates to losses of more than 4 billion USD. And the rubber glove industry estimates 700 million USD of lost revenue this year if the labor shortage persists. That is the current predicament right now, folks. I mean, it is very, very alarming. It is very, very weird to actually think that we thought that this problem was behind us. Finally, people could actually come into the country and work, properly with proper documentations, with proper laws with them. But due to the breach of the MOU committed by our own beloved government, it is very, very alarming indeed that that things are going in the wrong direction rather than in the correct one instead. We do really hope that this issue, this problem, this predicament could be resolved immediately. Again, understandable if you look at it close to home. You're looking at domestic workers, people to take care of your house, people to take care of your children, so on and so forth. But on a greater scale, as mentioned in the article, the palm oil industry is getting hit so badly that 4 billion US dollars, billion, okay, billion, that's the B. 4 kali 5, we're talking about 20 billion ringgit of revenue could go up in smoke just like that. Very, very worrisome, very, very troubling, very, very concerning. I mean, like, granted, no, what do you mean, granted? Well, due to the fact that this is a persistent issue that has been going on, and our neighboring country is implementing an immediate hiring freeze of that. So very scary indeed. Very, very worrisome, as mentioned. So please, please, Human Resource Ministry, HR Ministry, Kementerian Sumber Manusia, please get your act together and make sure that proper things are being done, are being conducted accordingly for us not to face these things again. On the flip side, it's quite shameful, to be honest with you. The fact that we are conducting in a way that is demeaning enough that Indonesia is holding all the cards and demanding that we do better. That is something that we don't really like to be associated with. So come on, buck up, make sure everything is correct. And to all others, I know that tough times are upon us right now. We are experiencing it right now, but do not resort to the illegal ways, the under the table ways, because at the end of the day, it could bite you back in the behind very, very severely, right? So please do the utmost respectful thing in obeying the law, as long as the Ministry of Human Resources put their acts together as quickly as we can. All right, jumping into the second topic that we have, it is actually very, very scary right now, living in a world where the topic that we have over here, just to put you into perspective, what am I talking about here? We have the title that shows parents fear for safety of their kids. Why are we reporting this? It was reported alarmed at a large number of child abuse and neglect cases involving children, providers, and mates. Parents want the authorities to clamp down on centers that are not registered or unlicensed. They also want the government to make sure that those who are taking care of children have proper credentials. Later, we'll link back to the first topic. So, again, the authorities must ensure that caretakers and those running daycare centers or childcare centers have proper qualification. They also must be trained for these care workers to make sure that they are skilled and can look after children. It was quoted by a working mother. Prima has actually said that I think it is almost important. It is also important to mandate that childcare centers owners and workers get mentally and psychologically tested. This is extremely important as managing children requires one to be in the best of mental health. Conducting spot checks on these centers will help expose misdeeds and nip any problem in the bud. And punishment has to be stringent even for the smallest cases of neglect and abuse. Arif Sharif, however, also said that we do not know what measures are in place in determining who is able to take care of our children. He's also continued in saying that maybe these procedures should be more apparent, a certification for both centers and our personnel to make sure that everyone and every facility has a basic standard of operations and caregiving. And as a parent, I'm also concerned and worried about the rise of cases of child abuse and neglect as my wife and I both work. We rely on caretakers to help mind our child. However, not all parents have the advantage of choosing the best centers. Unfortunately, and some parents in the B40 community say that they had to choose daycare centers that they can afford and which are closer to home. As said that my household income is 2,500 and I can afford centers that charges more than 200 ringgit a month per child, and I have two young children. I send them to a lady in our flat who babysits two other children. There is a tasker nearby, but it is full and can't take any more children. Others are too far away, and as I don't have a car or motorcycle, of course, I worry about my children, especially after I see videos of children being hit. What else can I do? All right, this is simply a very, very serious state right now that we really need to, understand ourselves because, yeah, as much as we want, sometimes we do have to rely on others to help us out in any way that they possibly can. But unfortunately, the help also needs to be properly equipped, needs to be properly educated, needs to be properly in within their right set of mind to take care of children. I know for a fact that I have a 7 months old baby boy, and I also have a 12-year-old daughter. It is not easy in raising them should you do not have extra help due to the fact that I'm working, my my beloved wife also works as well. So it is difficult for us to actually manage our time properly as much as we can. That's why we need a third party, we need a helper, we need a childcare center to take care of our children. And it is very, 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 very important. I can't stress it enough. That these are the times, within these few years of the child development, that we need to make sure that they are being taken care of the best way possible because this is the time that they're learning. This is the time they're sucking in all of the information, adapting to the scenarios that surround them. And it is also not easy to take care of an infant. They cry a lot, they need constant care, they need to be fed, they need to be changed. Not a lot of people have that sort of patience to take care of one. And it can be grueling as well. It can be stress. It can be stressing as much. Should your child cries non-stop, you need to take care of your child. You need to sing your child a lullaby and so on to make sure that the child goes back calmly and relax in a relaxed mode. Should I say? It's not for everyone, folks. It is definitely not for everyone. So yeah, I do believe that people out there, whoever wants to open up a childcare center, make sure that you have proper qualified people who are working under you in taking care of these kids. Put it this way, lah. Put it this way. Just putting it out there. Imagine if you have to take care of other people's kids. Okay, it's not going to be easy, but you do want to treat them as if you're treating your own children with love, with compassion, with proper guidance, and so on and so forth. Because again, children are children and they need to be loved. They need to be taken care of properly as best as they possibly can. So please, please, people out there, you know, it could be an extra cost. And people are talking about cost. Again, sometimes it's hard to manage these two things. You want the best in the world, but you can only afford a cantil. You get what I mean? I mean, like you hear, you've heard about this term quite a bit, but try to find a middle point in getting the best out there for the sake of our children. Definitely. I know for a fact that if Melvin is together with us, he would definitely have a lot to talk about this topic very much. So, all right, cool. Second topic is done. So now we're going to be jumping into the Act Now and the community. Make sure you guys download the Act Now mobile community app on the Google Play Store as well as the Apple App Store for you guys to really embrace yourself in becoming a much more diligent, as mentioned, more disciplined and more caring member of the community of your society for the betterment of the people moving forward. Now, we are still waiting for Melvin to come live with us, but should we're not able to, it's okay because why we actually have a few videos that we want to share with you guys on what is going on and what has been reported by Melvin. He's actually down at about in PT Negeri Sembilan, and this is his coverage of the news. Let's check it out.
Hi, this is Melvin here reporting for our hot issue. I'm now here at TT Negeri Sembilan. We have here today our friends officers from Majlis Negara Jelebu and also the officers from Jambatan Perairan dan Sungai attending the issue of this community. You can see here behind me the longkang has been damaged since the floods in December 2002 last year 2021. It was until the reaches the rooftop of the houses. So already 6-7 months. The regions that we came about 3 weeks ago says a lot came, but nothing has ratified. And they're so worried that things will happen, mishap accidents will happen because the whole soil has been collapsed and loosened. And now they are inspecting behind me. You can see here, all the officers from the various departments here are helping out and hopefully we give a solution so that the regions will not live in fear. So I hope by after inspecting these investigations, solid solutions will be able to address the issues and give immediate actions because some of the soil that's in the river already loosens, collapsing. Here, please, it's at the end. Here you can see the officers from Jabatan Perairan and Sungai here are attending to it. So we have a closer look afterward.
Kasih satu pesi tu tak boleh lah, itu halangan salurannya. Macam dia kalau sendiri apa sebab kalau ini tapi nasib baiklah di bawah dia lagi okey. Kalau tidak nanti dia semakin luntur semakin hakis tu.
So in the videos kalau hak milik rumah nak cadang buat sendiri bolehlah untuk sementara. Untuk approval lepas tu satu plan lah untuk approval. Tak akan harangan kalau plan itu approve lah.
Lagi kita tengok method dia lah. Kalau method dia bersesuaian dengan sungai ni, kita akan approve lah. Saya tengok sebelah dia suapot. Dia punya cara tapi saya rasa macam cara pun itu saya kena explain lah. Yang setakat yang first fasa pertama untuk tu. Yang penting satu tu kan kita buat.
Kita pun faham, kita pun banyak juga dapat aduan kita terima. Tapi kita nak cerita kat diorang pun salah satu pun susah. Kan.
Tahu itu mereka pun tanya kenapa macam tak ada siapa-siapa yang tak
sebab
tolongkan kita kan.
Sebab banjir sini bulan 12 bukan. Hingga sekarang dia cakap banyak pegawai itu ketua kampung pun datang tapi tak ada apa yang solution, tak ada cadangan nak buat. So kami kata okey, hari ini kami ada satu site visit investor dengan pegawai. Apa yang macam plan tadi cakap dimasuk plan dan kalau semua plan lulus atau dalam 7 hari boleh dapat keputusan dan lebih baik ada engineer verified. Itulah. Okey. So at least kami tahulah. Semua yang duduk sini sekarang tak tahu. 3 minggu dulu dia tak tahu apa nak buat.
Dia macam ni saya rasa kalau dia nak pilot tak ada masalah.
Okay, as what you guys have seen down there, it is adamant to point out that we here at Act Now, we want to act now as early and as promptly as we possibly can. As you've heard, the reports down by Melvin in PT Negeri Sembilan is that these people, unfortunately, have been living in fear. The fact that all of the drainage has not been properly repaired, has not properly been rebuilt, especially at the banking side of each of the drains, and there could be a possible overflow happening and should the rainy season falls upon us back again. Reports have been going in as long as 3 weeks ago, and nothing has been done. They have not heard anything, and that was the point that we wanted to bring out. ACT now has actually gone down to the location together with our partners from CRSM, and together with an agent, or should I say, an officer from the Jabatan Perairan, to figure out what is actually the problem. And the member of the council has actually has visited the area together, and they will try to fix it up as early as they possibly can. Granted, there have been plenty of obstacles in between, but they will try to resort it as quickly as possible. It is true, guys. When it comes to ACT now, we do go down to really listen to what you're going on, and we will point out to the relevant authorities on the matter at hand why it has not been, why anything has not been done, what's the progress, and so on and so forth. We at ACT now would dive, dive in further in investigating what is going on. Kudos to Melvin and the team for going down to the area of TP Milan. People of other areas, for instance, should you have the same issues, should you have the same problems, do highlight it on our app, the Act Now Mobile Community app. Report it, and we will look into these problems as much as we can, and we would come down to your area and try to address it with the proper authority. Good job, Melvin. A good job. All right, that's all for this week's today's episode. We'll be back on Wednesday. I'll be back on Wednesday. So we'll hope to catch us soon. Next on our next episode. That's it for now. Hope you guys have a great Monday. Have a great lunch ahead of you, and take care. And hope to see you guys again soon. Bye. Cheers. Ooh.